India's energy story? Yeah, it's massive, messy, and fast changing. An increasing consumer demand for energy is only set to grow in the future.
But it's also one of the biggest clean energy hope stories.
India's going big on solar. Really big.
We are talking the 5th largest solar capacity in the world. Acres of sun-soaked nothingness, now a solar powerhouse the size of a small city. Wind? India's got that too, over 40 gigawatts and climbing. In just a decade, renewables went from a footnote to almost 40% of installed power. It's not just mega projects. One of the biggest players in this clean energy push, Tata Power.
Tata Power. Sustainable is attainable.
India's already feeling the heat, literally. More floods, deadly heat waves, climate change isn't the future, it's right now. That's why India is turning to clean energy, not just as a solution, but as a necessity. Okay, here's a big picture. The planet has already warmed up by about 1.2 degrees Celsius since the industrial era began. And if we don't act fast, we are on track to hit 2.5 to 3 degrees Celsius by the end of the century. Now here's the challenge. India's energy demand is booming, projected to double by 2040. Why? Because it's trying to lift millions out of poverty and fuel one of the fastest growing economies on the planet. But right now, over 70% of that energy still comes from fossil fuels. So how does India fit into the global climate puzzle? Well, it's aiming big. 500 gigawatts of non-fossil fuel energy by 2030. That's nearly half of India's total energy capacity, powered by sun, wind, and innovation. And this transition is driven by 3 key pillars. Number 1, combating climate change. Number 2, ensuring energy security. And number 3, driving economic growth. This isn't just about tech. It's about 1.4 billion people reimagining their future.
India has an ambition of adding 500 gigawatt of renewable energy by 2030. We want to add around 20 gigawatt in next 4 to 5 years, which is 4 gigawatt or 5 gigawatt a year. So in terms of strategy, we are doing large projects, we are doing rooftop projects.
Tata Power solar engineered a floating solar plant right in the middle of the Narmada River's twin reservoirs. It's a first of its kind solar plant in India where innovation and clean energy all come together and float.
In the heart of Madhya Pradesh, where 2 mighty dams hold the sacred waters of the Narmada, a quiet revolution is afloat. The Omkareshwar Floating Solar Plant isn't just a technical marvel. It's a project that's deeply personal for everyone who built it.
Omkareshwar is very close to our heart. It's a pioneering project for India. It's a very large-scale floating project. Since we are there into hydro operations for last 115 years now, so we exactly know what reservoir operation means, and we have used that experience here also.
Floating solar involves installing solar panels on water bodies instead of land. They rest on pontoons over the reservoir.
We can conserve the land, no need to deforest the area for making such a huge plant. And secondly, the thing is that we will have overheating of panels. The plant, when it gets panels get overheated, their lifespan will go down, efficiency will go down. Whereas in floating, they will have instant cooling effect. The difference of the temperature is where we will get the electricity extracted.
फ्लोटिंग पानी के ऊपर होने की वजह से जो पैनल का सरफेस है वो 260 हेक्टेयर है, जिसकी वजह से जो इवोपरेशन होता है वाटर का वो भी सेव हो रहा है. उसके हिसाब से जो हमारे कैलकुलेशन है अराउंड 30.5 मिलियन टन मीटर वाटर हम लोगों ने इवोपरेशन से सेव करेंगे. और जो ग्राउंड माउंटिंग है उसमें एल्बिडो इफेक्ट नहीं मिलता है। एल्बिडो इफेक्ट मीन्स जो रेडिएशन वाटर में जा रहा है या अर्थ में जा रहा है वो रिफ्लेक्ट होकर मॉड्यूल पे दोबारा आता है और वहाँ से भी हम लोग एनर्जी जनरेट कर रहे हैं।
Backed by an investment of rupees 319 crores, this 126 megawatt power plant has become one of India's largest floating solar installations, commissioned in just 26 months.
We have used around 2 lakh modules there, which are bifacial modules. So that way these modules are class 1 modules.
Bifacial panels capture sunlight from both sides. When paired with water reflections, their efficiency rises even further, making them ideal for floating arrays. But building on water isn't easy. The Omkareshwar team faced terrain challenges, shifting water levels, and unpredictable weather.
The changing water levels makes it very difficult for anchoring and mooring requirements for this floating solar, because the floating solar has to remain at one location, it can't drift. So that anchoring and mooring for varying water level was a challenge which our engineers have solved at using technology.
Because of the terrain, landscape, whatever the wind used to come becomes turbulent over here. So when we tow some panels or when we tow some IFP, they used to get, we used to have more boat capacities to tow it in a single direction. There were a lot of people getting involved. Geographically, our Tata team were there in Mumbai, Bangalore, but we all got united to extract the solutions for whatever problems comes in day-to-day construction activities.
The floating islands, each comprising 9,600 panels, are stabilized with mooring systems, wave breakers, ballast anchors, and adaptive cableways.
Each array we have 9,600 panels, and those panels of rectangular shape are interconnected with the anchors. So those anchors and mooring ropes are the prime foundations to keep it floating for 25 years.
At 260 hectares, it's the world's largest inverter floating platform. The Omkareshwar Floating Solar Plant not only delivers over 200 gigawatt-hour of clean energy to the grid every year, it also conserves land and water,